Hey y'all, it's me Marty. Quick video here just to show you some Christmas stuff. So it is the end of November. Thanksgiving's this week, and then we're going into the Christmas season. And I love this time of year. I love fall and winter. I love the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's just wonderful. And I'm home for a few days, and yeah, just enjoying my home time, just relaxing, trying to rest here and there, and also doing chores and projects and stuff. I like doing that. Anyway, a few campfires here and there. And today I got some hikes in, so I'm hoping to get some more hikes in tomorrow. Anyway, also doing some woodworking, and I'm working on Christmas ornaments and stuff. And I decided to show you some projects I have done. A couple of these I did last year. A couple of them are a few years old. Most of them, actually, probably 5 or 6 of them I just did the last couple of days. Just some Scrollsawn wood projects. And again, as I've said before, my channel isn't really teaching or showing anything, and I don't sell patterns or any of that stuff. So I just like to show stuff that I've made, and just give you some ideas and some inspiration of different things you can do in woodworking, and specifically Scrollsawn. And yeah, so there's a lot of great channels out there if you want to watch as far as how-to videos and tutorials and that. And I don't have a way of sharing patterns really through my channel. And most of them, these are all different things. So a whole bunch of different things, and a few of them are my own patterns, nothing fancy. But there's a few kind of fancier projects, and some are real simple, but they're all basically Christmas word art. Okay, and a few of them are from Creative Woodworks and Crafts magazine, and Scrollsawn Woodworking magazine, and also some books and different things, some different patterns I've got through the years. A few of them I'm not even sure, I don't even remember where I got them, but I've had them for years. But they're all kind of Christmassy projects, okay? And you are free to, you can screenshot anything that's what I do a lot. Just screenshot it on your phone or your computer, and then just print the picture off and make your own pattern, whether it's a paper pattern or templates like I use. I do that a lot of times. So, I'll just take a picture and then I'll make my own pattern from the picture. Or you can print it off, or, just draw it or whatever. That's what I do. I just encourage you to think outside the box and make up your own patterns and look different places. There's millions of places you can get patterns for Scrollsawn woodworking. Tons of them out there. And make up your own patterns. Again, I'm kind of different. I don't like to do what everybody's doing. I like to do different things. I like to bring back older patterns and plans and different things. And I like to make up new ones and combine ones and stuff. So, yeah, this is just a video just to show you things I've made, give you some inspiration of things that you can make to sell. But even more than that, just for gifts this Christmas season. And so, yeah, and I encourage you to use different kinds of woods. Just different ways of making them, different thicknesses of wood. Yeah, and just combine patterns and just do your own thing and just have fun with it. And that's what makes it unique. Woodworking each piece should be one of a kind, and that's what all mine are. Even if I use a pattern, I'll tweak each pattern so that they're all a little different. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you these quick, and yeah, you've seen some of these before, but it's the Christmas season. I haven't done any Christmas woodworking videos yet, have I? Or maybe I have. I don't know. I decided to do one for fun. So, okay, I'm just going to go. I have a pile here, and they're kind of more intricate to the simpler ones, but there's just a mixture. So, first one here is the Joy to the World. And I made this out of poplar, 3/4 inch poplar. Poplar is one of my favorite woods because it's better than pine. It's just cleaner, crisper, sands better. It's a little more expensive than pine, but it's still affordable. It cuts really nice. It smells good, and it's lighter wood, usually lighter color. So it's good if I cut kids' names or puzzles, because they can paint them, or you can leave them natural. I also like to use poplar or aspen if I'm making things that I want bright white, like my Jesus words, or the smiles, or peace, or joys, or different things. I like to use the lighter colored woods. Yeah, this is Joy to the World. Has a few inside cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4, 5 inside cuts. I'm not crazy about inside cuts, so I don't do a lot of fret work. But 5 inside cuts, and then, yeah, it's pretty simple, and it's a nice one. And it actually stands up. Well, a little crooked, but you can stand it up. Most people hang them on a wall. It's a nice wall hanging. But yeah, that's a Joy to the World. I've made a few of those through the years. And yeah, and all of these, I'm starting to decorate for Christmas. My wife is actually away for a few weeks at her mom's, and I'm getting a head start. This surprise her when she gets home. Well, it's not a surprise. She already seen. But I'm putting Christmas lights up and the tree and stuff inside, and I got to put lights on the deck. I'm going to do that this evening. Anyway, and all of these are going to be decorations for in our house. So a couple of them we already had up, and a few of them are new. Another one here. Merry Christmas. This is an older pattern. I've had this for years. A few of these are from the 90s or 80s. Some of these patterns are older. This is out of 3/4 inch aspen. Looks really nice, a white aspen. Yeah, this one has a few inside cuts, but it's just got that script kind of writing too. And that's the thing, y'all. The Scrollsaw is an amazing tool. If you haven't Scrollsawed, give it a try. Yeah, and I've been scroll sawing for over 30 years. And I'm still an amateur. I'm just learning, but it's fun, and anybody can do it. And that's what it's best at, doing curves, scrolls. So it's kind of fun to do these kind of things. And that's the thing, too. Another way to make really good patterns on your computer. Open Microsoft Word or any Word program. Write a word. You can change the font. You can change the size. You can change the script or all of that different things and the sizes and all that. And just print it out. Make your own patterns, you know. And somebody did that with this. They just wrote it and made a pattern. And so you can do that too. So yeah, that's a good way to make patterns. But yeah, Merry Christmas. Little spider web on there. This one's out of 3/4 inch aspen. And so another thing that I do, everything I make is one of a kind. Even if I was selling them, which I don't do that anymore, it's a waste of time, but I make a lot of gifts, or when I can, when I'm out in my shop. And each piece is one of a kind, even if it's the same pattern. So I'll just use whatever I have. A lot of the wood I've had, I got free from cabinet shops or businesses, and they're throwing it out. Some I buy, but it's all different thicknesses. My wife finds wood for me. I got some cherry she found for me. Some alder that I got recently is really nice. And a lot of times it's just different thicknesses. I do have a thickness planer now. Thanks again, Robert. I haven't even used it yet. I got to try it. But I usually don't plane things different thicknesses. Whatever it is, you know, even sometimes if a project you're doing or a plan or a pattern, it has to be a certain thickness. But for the most part, if it's one of a kind things like this, it doesn't matter how thick it is. And the matter of fact, the thicker it is better as far as standing up on its own. You don't need a base under it. So I just leave them the thickness they are. I have a piece of wood, and I'll just, and the Scrollsaw, I got one here that's almost 1.25 inches thick. And I cut it out like that on the Scrollsaw. You know, you got to go a little slower, but so I just use whatever thickness I have. It's just kind of fun. I made this one a couple of years ago. This one's pretty. It's at one of those Scrollsaw magazines. So this one says Merry Christmas, and this one I put on a base. I didn't have to, but I just wanted to be different. Usually I don't put word art on bases because they don't need it. They'll stand up on their own, but this one I did just for fun. So yeah, the Merry Christmas is yellow birch, and the base is mahogany. And I tweaked this pattern. I put a cross in the snowflake just to be different. I like to do that. So yeah, it turned out really nice. And yeah, I did that last year or the year before. So yeah, that one. Let's see. And I got 12 here. So like 12 days of Christmas kind of thing. I don't know. So yeah. And here's another one. Feliz Navidad. I got to stain this one yet. I was going to spray it, but this is red oak. Again, it's 3/4 inches thick. Kind of a neat font. And that's the thing. I mean, somebody just made these up. You can do it too. I just encourage you to make your own patterns and do your own thing and be unique. Kind of a neat font. Feliz Navidad, which I think is Merry Christmas in Spanish, right? I think. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. That's all I know. Sorry, that's all you're getting from me. I can't sing anyway. Okay, and then I've done a lot of word art. Just I have a set of templates that I made years ago for making names, custom names for kids and stuff, and people's last names and stuff. And I've made up a whole bunch. And the next few are like that. Noel, which I believe means birth. We're celebrating the birth of Jesus, by the way. That's what Christmas is. This is out of pine. I don't use pine very often, but every once in a while. This guy kind of had some neat color to it, so I made a Noel out of this. But again, 3/4 inch pine. I use my lettering templates, and I just spelled Noel. That's what the next few are. I just used my templates and I made up the pattern, and then I kept it. Well, I kept the patterns for some of them. Another one, rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel. Na, 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 na. This is maple. 3/4 inch thick maple. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look at that maple. Yeah. And it cut nice. I put clear packing tape on the back whenever I'm cutting maple or cherry or anything like that. And it cut smooth as butter. Number 5 blade in my Delta scroll saw. That's what I use all the time. So I just spelled out rejoice, and I made the exclamation point thing there. And yeah, it turned out nice. So that's the thing. If you buy a template, download a template of lettering, and you can spell anything or make up your own like I did. Actually, I think this is the hobo font is what I have, but and I just did this one today. This one's out of poplar, Emmanuel, which means God with us, and He is. 3/4 inch poplar, and I think it's funny that scroll saws keep getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I have so my Delta in here is 18 inch, and then I have a 16 inch is my backup. They're both Deltas, and they're plenty big. I have a bunch of 16 inch ones. I have a bunch of other scroll saws in the garage for teaching when I get a chance, and mostly Delta, a couple Craftsman. 16 inches is big enough for a scroll saw, 18 inch at the most. Then they have 20 inch ones. They have 22, 25, 30, 35, 40. Why do you need it so big? It just takes up more space. I don't get that at all, because I'm proof that you don't need a big scroll saw with a big throat depth to do big projects. I've done big, huge names like this, and you just spin them. So you got to be creative sometime, and sometimes you got to move things, or if you're not knocking things off the shelf, but you don't need a 30-inch saw to make big projects. I've done things like this and even bigger, twice as long as this, on a 16-inch Delta scroll saw. And just a little tip there. You don't need such a big scroll saw. It just takes up more room, and it costs more money. So the 16-inch scroll saws are plenty big enough for almost every project. But yeah, Emmanuel. A couple other word art ones here. Just joy, simple joy. That one's out of poplar too. I've had that pattern for years, kind of a angled little jolly little joy one there. And then I just spelled out Jesus. That's what Christmas is all about. This is out of alder. Honey, this is out of the alder that you got me. She gave me a whole bunch of alder, really good deal. I'm going to make a lot of neat projects out of it. Really nice wood, 3/4 inch solid alder. And alder to me looks a lot like cherry, only it's cheaper. Really pretty wood. And yeah, this is a large I make small Jesus words like this. I love making these, and I give them away, but this is a bigger size. So yeah, I mean, that's probably the best Christmas decoration, especially word art, that you can do. Jesus, that's what it's all about. So yeah. Okay, then we have, well, speaking of Jesus, here's another one, Jesus fish. And this one, I stained this one. Some of these aren't finished yet, like there's no spray on them yet. A couple of them are, but I've had this one for a little while. This is walnut. Very pretty. I like the Jesus fish. I got like a few sizes of Jesus fish too, but another simple way to share the gospel and what Christmas is all about. This is another favorite. I've had this one for years. Again, I don't even remember where the pattern came from, but it says peace, and it has a dove and a star. Kind of neat. This one's out of aspen. So, and the last one, I just did this one today. Oh, Holy Night. And I actually had to make a new pattern because my other pattern broke. Again, I use templates. I like to make templates out of everything that I like to make often. I don't like messing around with paper and patterns and tape and glue and adhesive and all this stuff. But I like to make patterns. But this is Oh Holy Night out of almost 1 1/4 inch thick pistachio. Thanks again, Chris. He gave me some pistachio wood. I actually got some pecan too. Or pecan. Gotta use two someday, but yeah. Kind of neat. So yeah, we had a joy to the world, Merry Christmas, another Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Noel, Rejoice, Emmanuel, Joy, Jesus and Jesus fish, a peace, and Oh Holy Night. So yeah, just wanted to show you just a variety of Scrollsawn wood Christmas decorations. It's pretty simple to make these. Some of these I've made many of them through the years, and yeah, I have a million patterns and ideas, but I like to make a lot of the same things. That's why I make templates, because then I can just trace them on the wood without messing with the patterns and stuff. But I got a few other new things I'm going to make too, and some other ideas between now and Christmas, just for fun and for decorations for us and some gifts. Of course, I'm always making Jesus words, hugs, smiles, 3D reindeer, Christmas ornaments, yeah, the different things like that, the joys and the peace. I like to make those and have a good stock of those prayer crosses and stuff, and just like giving those away. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to give you some ideas. Again, just be unique and just enjoy Scrollsawn, enjoy woodworking, enjoy time in your shop, and making gifts and just spreading the cheer and the message of Jesus and the gospel and Christmas. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Please go watch my other videos. I got over 600 silly videos of just my ramblings in life. And yeah, please comment below. I like answering your comments. That's kind of fun. Again, this is just a hobby. I just like making videos and sharing my life whenever I can. And so I just pray you're all doing well and enjoying the holiday season. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.